Hello everyone, and hopefully Ryukishi as well. My name is Des, and we're here to talk about Japan Week in Madrid.
Whoa, hooray!
Who else is here with me?
We got Lurf. Hello.
Hello, it's me, I'm Mushroom.
I'm Pokey.
And lastly we have our guest. Who are you?
Hi, I'm Bubbles.
Hi, Bubbles.
Hello.
Hello, Bubbles.
It's Bubbles. Holy shit, she's back. Can you believe it? She's back for more. She liked it. What the fuck?
Yes.
Alright. So, Japan Week in Madrid. Where should I even start?
Yeah. So you went to a convention?
Yeah.
Yes, it's an anime convention.
It's an anime convention.
Much like the AX episode that we've done for Mushroom and Worf, we're now doing the Japan Weekend episode for me and Bubbles. So, this whole thing would not have happened if Mushroom didn't tell me Ryukishi was going to Spain. I did not know of this. This whole trip had a month for planning. Because, okay, geographically, for those who are not in the know, Portugal is right next to Spain. However, Madrid is in the fucking center of Spain. And okay, the European mind cannot comprehend US driving.
Okay, how far is the driving? Just explain to me, I need to know.
It's like 7 hours,
7
8 hours
hours?
driving.
That's so funny. 7 hours of driving to me is only driving
Is your
across...
grocery shopping route,
Yeah,
yes.
no, it's literally only driving across 2 states in America.
That's just driving up California.
I'm too European for that.
It sounds like hell to me.
We live in the country that can be crossed in 7-8 hours driving. So
Yeah, from top to bottom.
I'm too European or Portuguese for that. There is no I'm going to drive 7 hours
Yeah,
to
yeah.
somewhere.
Your
Because that never happens.
your country is like the length of my state.
No,
I'm like, I'll drive 7 hours to go see my good friend up in Northern California.
It's not something you would do, but we were gonna do it. I was gonna leave work, we were gonna set our shit up and start driving on the early morning and hopefully get there in time with a couple of stops. That was our plan. I was walking in for it. And then I discussed the plan with my mother and she was like, you should just take a bus.
You do live in Europe. That is, there's buses and trains, things that don't really exist in the Americas.
Yes, however, have you considered we were 1 month away? Both the trains and the planes were super expensive. So what we did was a trillion IQ move. By going on a bus, we didn't even have to pay a hostel or an Airbnb. We would just sleep on the bus on the way there and sleep on the bus on the way back.
And that's incredible.
Which is what we did.
How long was the bus ride? 10 hours?
No, it was like
7 or 8 hours.
yeah, about that way.
Wow, that's incredible. American bus rides are really awful because they basically stop every like half an hour. So like if you were going somewhere that like only takes you 5 hours to drive, the bus ride is like 9 hours long.
Jesus, no, this was a direct.
It's a bad country. I'm not joking.
Oh my god, yeah, that's horrible. It was also horrible for us though, because the motherfucker in front of us must have been a.
No. Let me explain.
Yeah, you should.
Did you ever work close to a tractor?
I've seen a tractor, and I have smelled a tractor before.
Did you ever heard one working like really close to you?
Yeah,
Does
I
Bob
heard-
the Builder count?
No.
That man was louder,
Than a tractor?
very much louder than that. Like I remember being a child and being with my grandpa and he like driving a tractor, and then I was sitting. That man was in front of me, and I was like, "This is even louder."
She was sleeping or attempting to with noise cancelling headphones, and she could still hear him louder than the music.
Was he like snoring? Like, is he like a
Yes,
machine?
Yeah.
Oh,
he
that's
was snoring.
impressive. Okay.
And then there was some times that he even snored louder, and I was like, "Oh my god, what is happening?"
How can you go even further beyond?
Yes,
That man needs a CPAP machine. That's what he needs.
probably. And then every time that he did that, everyone woke up like
Yeah,
really scared. And
You
was
could
like,
see the faces of everyone on the bus being like, "Oh my fucking god!"
they were like, "What the hell happened?"
We got there. And we still had a lot of time because it was happening at 1 p.m. and we got there at 7 a.m.
7.
So we had a lot of time, and we thought, let's just go to a Starbucks. There's one close by, it just opened. So we went to the metro station. We spent 11 euros on that, and then we turned to the side, and guess what? Unbeknownst to our sleep-deprived minds, we had not noticed the metro station was shut down. They were working like it was under construction. They were renovating it.
And it wasn't just one station. It was a big part of the line.
Almost the whole line.
Yes.
So we just threw $22 combined between the two of us to the trash. That's our first thing we did upon getting to Spain. Amazing experience.
Oh, so you bought a ticket for something that didn't work.
Yes.
But
Damn.
now we have a pretty card.
Yeah, now we have a recuerdo.
Oh, is that the Madrid like bus train thing?
No, recuerdo is just like a souvenir.
Oh, that's so cute.
Huh.
Yeah, it was a joke. You should laugh.
Very funny.
Thank you.
I hope all the Brazilians in the chat thought it was really funny.
It's a Spanish mushroom. Anyway.
I'm so sorry.
Anyway, let's keep going. We just took it upon ourselves to just stroll around the city since we had so much time. We did kill some time in front of a museum, and in like the half an hour we were there were so many dogs. It felt like we were watching some kind of Pokemon show. Because there's so many dogs of so many different like races, and they all behaved so differently. One of them even handed me a stick. I played with a stick with a dog that I did not.
You're talking about dogs. Like you're just like there's dogs everywhere.
Yo, more than dogs, there were people running everywhere. Do they not know that cars exist in Madrid? Everyone was running everywhere. What the fuck?
Yes.
Crazy. Like the sidewalks we had more traffic than the streets. That's just crazy.
Wow,
Anyway.
incredible.
It's crazy the way that like roads existed before cars did.
Walkable city class.
You gotta think about that.
Walkable city. That's right.
Did you know that originally jaywalking wasn't a term? It was jay driving.
What? Oh my god, I'm so gullible.
No, it's true. If you were a J, you were like an idiot. So if you drove carelessly and like hurt people, you were a J driver.
What?
But
Really?
then like car companies did all the propaganda, and they were like, no, roads are for the cars. You're a J walker if you walk in the wrong place and get hit by a car.
Oh my god, really?
It's your fault if you get hit by a car. So anyways, that's how the law changed.
That's crazy.
Wow, that's incredible.
You learn something new every day.
I can tell you more about the amazing niceties of Madrid, because there's a lot of them. But let's jump onto Japan Weekend Madrid. So, our Uber driver was still driving up to the place, and we were already spotting in the distance a Beato and a Bator cosplay, and I immediately told the Uber driver, no, you can let us off here, it's fine. And he did. And then I wanted to wait for them, but Bubbles very rationally said, it's gonna be creepy if you just wait for the cosplayers here. And I was like, okay, then let's just walk slower. They'll catch up eventually. It was not a good thing that this was my first actually big con, because I was too excited. I think I intimidated the people who I just walked up to and asked for a picture. You could see it in their eyes. It also didn't help that people in Spain, like 1 in every 2 people we spoke with didn't actually like dominate English very well. I can send you the pictures of the cosplayers. At one point I stopped taking pictures because there were so many. And Mushroom, I wanted to ask you this.
Yeah, I saw
You
there
and
was actually a very impressive like collection of like just European 07 expansion cosplays. I imagine since a European country are all pretty close together, I imagine it's like all over Europe. People went to Madrid just to go see the
Not really.
Really?
Not really. Everyone I spoke with was Spanish. And
Wow,
and that's what I was getting at, because like Mersh and Worth,
Yeah.
like from the pictures I saw, I feel like the amount of Umineko cosplayers that I saw at this con was like 3 to 5 times over the ones that I got the impression were at AX, which is
That's a lot.
ridiculous.
That's crazy.
Because at a point I stopped asking for pictures because like there's too many people.
Well, I mean, it's pretty crazy. I guess the Silent Hill F fans kind of drowned out in the AX con.
Yeah, though to be honest, like most of the Silent Hill F panel were Ryukishi, like, 7th expansion fans. Like, that's where, like, all of, like, the When They Cry cosplayers that I saw were, like, gathered up.
He's like a Lovecraftian horror. He's calling to us in our dreams to gather.
Dude, there were so many people. Honestly, going into it, I was kind of worried that there weren't gonna be that many people for Ryukishi. But then, you saw it in the video. There's so many fucking people. Okay, that's another thing. I did not know what kind of panel this was gonna be. From what I saw of Mushroom and Worf's adventure at AX, I thought it was gonna be like... And from my general knowledge of how these cons work, there was gonna be like a closed room, you'd have to queue up to get in. That's why you usually get a place to sit the panel before the one you want to attend, because there's a limited number of seats, limited number of people can get in. And there was the whole thing with you needing to sign up if you want to get a chance to ask Ryukishi a question, and you had to do that like 2 weeks before I even knew he was going. So that's how I envisioned it would be. I did not anticipate it would be a big ass fucking stage where everyone could just crowd upon like it was a concert. So many fucking people.
Yeah, no, I mean that's what happened between Lurf and I. That's the only reason we were able to get him to sign was because it was a big ass stage and we just sat in the like this third row or something.
Yeah,
No,
when it was like time for like the panel to wrap up, like Mushroom, you can attest to this, I stood up like in anticipation to like get ready to go to the stage to see Ryukishi. Like I was prepared.
It's like when you're in school and the bell hasn't rung yet, but everyone's still packing up to get ready.
Yeah, like you're like just ready to go.
And then there's the one person who starts getting ready 12 minutes before the bell, just by coincidence, and everyone else thinks it's time to go already.
That was me. I had made it. I was the first one up at the stage and the last one to get an autograph. It was fucked up.
Yeah, shame.
So what was the panel about?
It was just about him.
That's incredible.
It was just...
Like that's what I mean. Like I think Lurf told me that the AX panel before the year before was all about Ryukishi, and you know this time we were just there to go see Ryukishi in Silent Hill F. But like that's incredible.
Yeah. Okay. Before Ryukishi, there was a K-pop cover dance competition, and actually she had the foresight for this because like I was thinking of just waiting it out. All the people would leave, but then she insisted we should just start sticking up and trying to sit down, and we did. And then when the time came, when all the people who were there for the dances started leaving, they passed like the cicadas sound effect from Higurashi, and the whole crowd, like the whole Umineko people who were there when they cry, I mean, like they just went wild, like Ryukishi had stepped onto the stage, but no, it was just Cicadas MP3. It was crazy. Everyone
So
got
incredible.
up from...
I saw the really pretty. So if you want to send any cosplay photos, you're welcome to send. I want to see them. But I was gonna say I saw the banner they drew for like the Beatrice. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't.
Yeah, the organization for the con, I'll send a picture of it actually first before the cosplayers. They had this whole thing next to the stage, basically thanking Ryukishi. Yeah, so you had that right next to the stage.
That's beautiful.
And at a point, they actually brought it up to the stage.
Holy shit, George is there.
So it says, "Welcome, or dear Ryukishi," in Spanish. I don't know what it says in Japanese.
That's incredible.
Yeah. I was gonna say, so they passed that MP3, everyone got up and got as close to the stage as they could. And then they bring out one sofa, and they display it in such a way that you can tell they're gonna bring another sofa. And in my head, I was just like, okay, they just passed the cicada sound effect. If Ryukishi comes on and they start playing, I'm gonna lose it. Luckily they didn't, or I would have to be escorted out on an ambulance. But it was amazing. Like the organization for the event actually posted a video of the exact moment he pulled up, and you can see the crowd going wild. Like I can't imagine Ryukishi on that situation.
Yeah,
he must have felt so validated.
It seems that like everybody had such a great time, and like to explain how I even knew about this, you know, Ryukishi going to Spain is because I follow a bunch of artists, and a bunch of artists has been putting out this whole project called When They Cry in Spain or something. Oh, God.
Oh yeah, I need to talk about
or
that.
Like it's like to Ryukishi in Spain, or like from Spain or something. And it was like this beautiful zine that I've seen like so much about. and they were like, "Oh, Ryukishi's coming to like Madrid, and we're gonna give this like zine to him." And so when I saw that, I was like, "Wait, when is he going to Madrid?" And that is how I found out about telling Des. I was like, "Des, you have to go. Like, I understand that you said like Ryukishi will never go to Europe, but like this is it. Like, you need to figure your shit out and get time off.
It's now or never.
It's now or never." Yeah. So that zine, like, I've seen so many art, like incredible art from that zine that has been coming out because now they have like given out the zine, and now like all of the artists has been posting their work, and it's incredible.
Yeah, I need to talk more about that. But first, I would just want to finish the Ryukishi segment since you need to leave early.
Yes.
Very much at the start, like they immediately started the Q&A. I think that was the whole point. They started asking who wanted to ask a question. So here's the thing. In my naivete, I completely forgot I was in Spanish soil, and for some reason, I thought the interview would be in English, which very obviously it was not. So we had Ryukishi speaking in Japanese, and the translator speaking in Spanish. And here's the thing: if it's one person sitting across a table with me, and like we're just chatting in a silent room, I can understand what they're saying. But like when it's someone who with a, let's say, some kind of accent or intuition that I'm not used to, in a warehouse full of other people and other speakers blasting other shit that has nothing to do with what's happening on stage, it gets a little harder to understand. So I had to be like using 1000% of my brain to actually understand what they were saying. I think I kind of understood the first two questions. So, okay, or if you wanna say that.
Oh, yeah. I just wanted to say the Japanese on the poster says, "Welcome to Spain, Ryukishi-san."
Yeah, it's really cute. The art is
It is.
incredibly adorable.
It is. It's super adorable.
Yeah. So the first question they asked him was, oh yeah, it was very obviously where's Ciconia?
Oh
Which
yeah,
was,
no,
everyone started laughing.
I saw somebody where yeah, I've been following a bunch of people who just went there, and like people were talking about this on Twitter, and they were like, yeah, the Ciconia question was the first question that everybody asked. Oh my.
But, okay, they asked for Ciconia, and the way Ryukishi replied was like, he had such a huge smile on his face, and then he starts explaining.
He's always smiling.
He's always be smiling.
He starts explaining that he doesn't like want to continue Ciconia now because of the state the world is in, makes it difficult to release Ciconia. And then as he's saying this, you can see it in his face. He starts, I don't know if he actually shed a tear, but like the face was there. You can see the expression clouding over. Man, God, I can never ask for Ciconia again. It actually like impacted me. God damn it.
I'm so sorry.
Wow.
I'm sorry, Ryukishi.
Because it makes sense. It makes sense. I see people on Twitter being like, no, but it's precisely because of the current state of the world that we need Ciconia. But like, imagine being him, and like your reputation will forever be tied to whatever you put out on this current world climate.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard. I don't blame him.
Especially because, like, at least as far as I'm aware in Japanese audiences, like, the past, like, few, like, when they cry, like, the latter halves of them were not received well. So, like, he also has, like, that, like, writing on him. Like, I don't know if you, like, have ever seen the interview that he did, like, when he was, like, almost done with Higurashi, like, right after Sumo Horiboshi, but he was like, yeah, people really hated the last, chapter, and I don't even want to write Higurashi anymore, like, it sucks, but I just have to, like, keep going with it, and then it's gonna, like, suck, and everyone's gonna not like it, and I was like, oh my god.
After Tsumi Horoboshi, that's crazy.
Yeah,
At least
yeah.
in the West, that's the, like, universally claimed to be the best episode of Higurashi. What the fuck?
Yeah, no, everyone loves Sumo Horiboshi in the West, but in Japan, people fucking hated it.
That's unfortunate.
They also really hate the character that's introduced in chapter 7. My one of my favorite characters in Japan.
I think I know who.
She's not popular. Yeah.
Maybe he should just write in English. We're here for you, Ryuki.
No, for real. I mean, I feel like that's partly why Ciconia had like a simultaneous English release, because Ryukishi knows Westerners like this is when they cry way more.
Yeah, I don't know if it was just like the like some like online stores their source is that they made it up. Like, it was something to do with, like, Ryukishi wanted to tell a worldwide tale to reach the audiences that his previous works were able to reach. But I don't know. I think it is pretty devastating to hear Ryukishi be like, I want to continue, but not in this climate, because I do have faith in him.
I do, yeah.
I mean, like, sometimes we do like to clown on him a little bit, but I think he's a good writer overall, and I think that if he did continue Ciconia, I trust that he won't, like, come out of left fields and say the wrong thing. I think I wish that he had more faith in himself.
I also wish that. I mean, like, if we didn't, like, have faith in Ryukishi and think he was a good writer, we wouldn't be here on a podcast talking about him all the fucking time.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, the second question they asked was whether we would ever get to see the second half of Umineko animated. I should have recorded this, because I don't know what parts of the answer the translator cut off in his translation, but from what I could understand is what he said is that, first of all, he was very happy that people were asking that, and then more or less he just said that it is the noise that the fans make that actually communicates to the people who actually decide whether something gets an anime or not, that actually communicates to them that they should make it. So they basically he basically incentivized the fans to make noise about it.
Valid. I mean, it'd be exciting to see a new take on an Umineko anime, even though I still haven't watched the existing Umineko anime.
It's not good. It's really bad. Like, it's...
I think it was my very first episode when we talked about what if we made our own anime, or like how would we animate it? I think I came up with some pretty cool ideas, but also it was pretty shitty for my first ever recording. But it was a lot of fun, and it just made me think, like, wow, Umineko has just, like, as the medium of visual novel, it has so much potential to be depicted in different ways, precisely because of the way that is depicted as is.
Yeah, I mean, it's still my hot take that, like, if we were going to get, like, a show of Umineko, it would be best as a live action thing. That's my hottest take.
We do have the play.
And we do have the play.
The play is really good.
Speaking of anime, that reminded me. Every staff member on site was actually very nice, and I'll get into it in a bit more detail in a bit. However, the translator himself, who was also the interviewer, this man did not do his homework. He knew nothing. He knew that Ryukishi was a visual novel writer, but then people would ask him a question, like in this instance, for example, they asked him about the continuation of the Umineko anime, and like the interviewer was like, "Umi, what? What are you talking? What is it? Umi, what?"
Oh man.
I think that he only was the one interviewing Ryukishi because probably he was the only one that knew how to speak Japanese. Because I think it's really difficult to be there in the stage, because I mean, if it was me, I would probably be really nervous to be interviewing a famous author, and then I would also be really nervous because there was so many people. If chose someone with better skills, at least on that part, maybe it could go better. Like having two persons on stage, one that would present and one that would traduce.
That makes sense. Even if you know a language perfectly well, if you don't know what you're talking about, it can be hard to get a point across.
Yes.
Because I don't know Japanese, but if Ryukishi came at me saying, Georgie-kun sugoi, I'd be like, oh yes, I know George. I know who you're talking about. But if I didn't know Umineko, but I did know Japanese perfectly, then I really wouldn't understand what he's talking about at all, and I wouldn't be able to convey that.
Yes.
But not knowing the name of like one of the most popular works the motherfucker has done, like he didn't study at all. Like there was something about Higurashi, and he also didn't know. So I think it was they were referring to Higurashi Go, and he didn't understand that Go was the name of one of the Higurashi adaptations. Like, how do you not know what Higurashi Go is, bro? You're the interviewer.
You gotta read up a little bit.
That aside, Then the way they were getting people to ask questions was by asking people to raise their arms, and then they would pick someone at random, which was completely different from what they had announced. On the website, they said you had to enter this lottery system, which I did not enter because, again, that thing closed off a week before I actually realized Ryukishi was going to Spain. The way I was anticipating that I could actually interact with him was the moment... Oh yeah, I haven't even said this. I made him a letter. Basically, I made him a letter and I wanted to hand it to him. It looks like the Umineko envelope. I'll have it on screen. Basically, just it talks about the pot. I'll read out the whole message. But basically, the way I was anticipating I could possibly give this to him was by the moment when he was leaving the stage, I would try to gesticulate as violently as I could and try to convey that this thing I'm holding, I want to give it to you. But then I actually got to speak on the mic by just raising my hand and praying to Lady Lambda Delta very strongly. So I actually got the mic. Okay, this whole thing only happened because that one post happened to pop up on Mushroom's Twitter. Then I was only able to go because I was able to not be scheduled to work that Saturday. And then it also only happened because we ended up not going by car. We ended up going by bus, and then we had the whole thing with the metro, and then I was scheduling this whole thing, planning this whole trip, not even knowing if I was actually going to be able to give this to him, because again, the website said the website was very vague. I didn't even know if it was going to be a stage thing or a closed room thing. So like a lot of uncertainty, but in the end I was able to actually take the mic. Kinda, because actually I was able to chat with the person who was holding the mic and giving it around, but first I had to try to explain that I didn't really want to ask a question. I just wanted to give this to him, and I was fine if I had to give it to a member of the staff, and then that staff would give it to him. But then they obviously realized I wasn't Spanish by the way that I was speaking Spanish. It must not sound native, so they asked me where I was from, and I said I was from Portugal, and that must have been why they actually allowed it to happen. So basically what happened is the guy who was bridging the two levels of the stage, the Ryukishi level and the audience level, he explained the situation on the mic to Ryukishi and to the translator. I'll send the video again, but basically like Ryukishi, the moment he saw the envelope, he instantly knew what it was happening. I hope he did not, like the expression he makes is not because he thinks it's a death threat, because whenever it pops up in Umineko, the envelope is a death threat.
I didn't think of that.
I think that he was really happy to see that because it's handmade, and then I don't know, he seemed happy. He seemed like, oh my god, I know that. I draw that. That's mine. So I think that he probably was really happy to see that. So that someone made an envelope and write a card to him.
But yeah, then he just walked up to me, kneeled to actually pick up the envelope. And I think at first he didn't actually understand this was a thing that I was giving it to him, because you can see it in the video. Tries to hand me the envelope back, and I have to be like, no, this is for you. And then he actually took it, and he was so happy, and like, it was surreal. Like Ryukishi's, the moment he walked up on stage, my first thoughts were like, he's real. He actually exists. He walks. Yeah. He breathes.
Walks. He talks.
Being that close to him, it was like, holy shit, this is actually a real person. What the fuck? It sounds kind of stupid, but like that's how it felt like.
Yeah, not at all.
And then I gave it to him, and okay, like he was thanking me in Spanish, and like just saying this, it might sound funny because it's like, oh, Portugal is not a real country. We love joking about that, but like the fact that he practiced the way to say thank you in the language of the country he was visiting, and the fact that it came out so perfectly well, the accent, like he nailed that gracias. It was perfect. And he said it so many times. I was like, holy shit, I do not deserve this, Ryukishi. It was great.
Then you gave him a handshake.
Oh yeah, and then I gave him a handshake, which was even crazier.
Now, Des, do you agree, now that you've seen Ryukishi in person, is he not like really cute? For some reason.
Okay, do you want to Bubbles described him in a way that I 100% agree with?
Yeah.
Oh, so I don't know if this concept exists in America, but the second I saw him like there, I was like, okay, he's really cute. But
Yes!
for me, he's like barbecue uncle. So I don't know if you know what that is. But for me, someone that is like, he's like an uncle, but he's like
Uncle.
uncle.
An uncle.
Sorry. And he's really, really cute, really, really nice person. And I feel like he's the type of person that if you are speaking to him, he's like encouraging you to speak. He's like, oh my God, that's so nice. You are so good in what you are doing. It's like that kind of relative that you have in your family. And it is such a cool person, and you really enjoy to be around them because, I mean, they are such really nice people and such really cool people. So it's what I got from what I saw of him. He really seems to be cute.
Completely agree.
Barbecue uncle is such a vivid image in my mind.
Yeah, I see it.
Yes.
Okay.
You can always count on him.
Yeah.
It's Hideyoshi in real
Yeah,
life.
yes, he's like Hideyoshi.
He is to us like Hideyoshi is the battler.
Yes, exactly. It's like that.
But oh my God! But really, the only way I can describe the feeling of being that close to him is like he's just like us. He's a human. He's a person. Like
He is mortal.
I finished giving it to him. I hope he realizes there's stuff inside and that he should break the seal. I still haven't read the message. I found it. It says, to Ryukishi07. Hi, I'm known online as Des, and I'm ever so grateful to Lady Lambda Delta for helping me deliver this letter to your hands. I want to let you know of a podcast called When We Cry Podcast. 5 years ago, I couldn't contain all I had to say about When They Cry and made a post online recruiting whoever wanted to join up and make a podcast about it. 5 years of discussing your work have since gone by, and we have recently hit 1,000 subscribers. The group has only gotten bigger over the years. Despite the distance, strangers became friends, all thanks to the words you once typed on a computer. Earlier this year, 2 other members were able to meet up with you at Anime Expo, AX, Mushroom and Werf. This time it was me, Des. I wonder who will come next. And then I asked Mushroom to do like the kana thing that Rina does, because Mushroom translated the text. We hope you check us out on YouTube. We offer up this podcast to you, and thank you for writing what you did. Sincerely, one of a Korean wives changed.
Very, very well said.
I hope he likes it. Oh, and then I also included a couple of handmade stickers that we had lying around and that Bubbles suggested I should also include.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I hope Ryukishi enjoys the more than one pregnancy thumbnails that we have.
Okay, so this is the part of the story that you know. From now on, I can tell all the other things that happened, which aren't as crazy as me handshaking Ryukishi, but there's other things that happened. So then I turn back, and I'm walking back to Bubbles, and I'm cut off by someone calling me, and wouldn't you know it, another Portuguese guy. What? They exist? Other Portuguese fans? No way. So then they showed me on their bag that they also had planifications for envelopes, and they were telling me how they also thought of the same thing. Must have been the Portuguese hive mind, since there's only one of us after all. But they failed. They couldn't actually manage to do it. So then I said I would upload the things on a Google Drive and publish it online. So I did. I'll have it linked in the description if anybody wants it, both the envelope and the seal. And wouldn't you know it, there's other Portuguese fans. Yeah. Living is a learning experience, huh? Then I resumed my walking back to Bubbles, and she's just crying. She's just super duper crying, and I'm like, oh my God, what happened? And she's just so overwhelmed about like the whole thing, the uncertainty of it, the effort of drawing the thing and all, and actually managing not only to hand it to him, but like hand it in hand, and then he's... Do you want to tell this bit?
Yes. So I was recording the video, like he going to Ryukishi shaking hands with him and all of that, and I was like, oh my God, this is happening, and this is happening in the way that I wouldn't preview.
Wouldn't expect.
Like imagine it.
Predict.
Yes, predict. So it was a really big thing because we were like maybe 100, 200 people around that stage. We were
I'd say
more.
300.
300. Okay, we were like 300 people in there. We were so much people in there. And then there was like everyone wanted to make a question to Ryukishi. And then I was like, okay, there is so many people in here that probably cannot make a question to him, because there is so many people in here. We are so much people. And then I was like, okay, so probably what is going to happen was like what Des was saying, was like we are going to run and try to like give him the letter, or just like throw the letter through him or something like that. And probably get like, how to say that, catched by a security member being like, "You
Mr.
can throw
President.
things against people."
I was not planning on like
Okay.
breaking security
no,
rules.
but I was like, maybe we could throw the letter, and then we probably would be advised by the security to not do that ever
It's
again.
a shuriken.
Yes, basically that. I wasn't expecting what happened, and then like when Ryukishi did like that bowing.
Like the Japanese bowing for,
yes, the Japanese bowing to
thank you
him.
and all.
And I was shaking, and then I was like, oh my god, I'm going to cry. And I was like, I don't want to cry, because I was around so many people, so many unknown people, and I was like, oh my god, I'm just crying. And then I was really, really emotional seeing all of that, because the thing is, we were planning this like a month ago. We were like planning everything, and then I saw everything that he had to do to get to there to do to make the letter. And oh my god, it was so much things. Like the day before we going to Madrid, he was like, I'm going to this place to do the envelope. I'm going to this place to do the letter. I'm going to this place to buy a power bank. Like he went to so many places to do the letter and to have everything we needed to do this trip to Madrid. And then I saw the effort. He was like making so much things to turn all of this real, and then seeing that he made it, like Ryukishi got the letter, but in the way that it was really respectful and really yes, I was like, oh my god, the love of my life is knowing the love of his life. Oh my god. No, okay, but he was like meeting his idol, I guess. It was like one of the, I don't know, since the day that we started to date, I think he was like, oh, I really like a visual novel called Umineko, and then he started talking about it all over, and he was like, and Ryukishi this and Ryukishi that, and he's a really cool author, and he really writes really good things. And and then 1 year and so months later, we met Ryukishi, and I was like, oh my god, all of his effort to finally met his idol. And then I started to cry, because I was visualizing everything that we had to do and to get there. I was totally sleep deprived, and then I was crying so much. I was like, oh my god,
It's
I can
happening.
see the person I love fulfill one of his dreams, and it's a really beautiful thing. So that was it. And then after that, I was feeling really tired. I was feeling like, well, my brain now is off. I couldn't think anything. I was like, oh my god, now that our mission is done, I can't
need to
do
rest.
anything more. I'm just
You
going
can
to...
finally rest.
Yes, it was. The only way that I can describe the way I was, it's like I passed from someone that is functional to like a potato. I couldn't do anything. I just wanted to sit and like sleep, and woke up magically in my bed. So, but it was really nice, and even after that, it was a really nice day. So
I literally, it sounds like a dream come true. I cannot even imagine.
Yes, yes. He was like Cinderella there, so it was like he was meeting his fairy godmother.
Yes.
And or maybe the prince with the crystal
The
shoes.
shoes. The shoe is the letter.
Yes, and it was like, oh my god, oh my god.
But yeah, having my mission having been accomplished, I just because I was on the first row, and I just then for the rest of the thing I was on beyond the outer row of it because I was like, okay, I've had more attention that I could have possibly asked for. And I don't mean to take any more of it. I like gave my spot to other people because I was genuinely feeling like what just happened to me was probably what everyone here wished had happened to them, and I was feeling kind of slightly guilty. So I thought, okay, the only thing I can do right now is to like be the person who's the most farther away from the stage. The bad thing about that is that all the other speakers around us were a lot louder than the speaker from the stage, so from then on I basically couldn't understand anything of what they were saying, but I was pretty content with what had happened because then there was also the signing booth for Ryukishi to sign. That's where you see everyone with the pictures with Ryukishi. The thing is, the first one we went to, the moment we get there is the moment it closes. And then again, the website said it was only for the people who actually signed up for it. And then at this moment, we were both so tired and we needed to rest that then like we didn't even try to get to the second. Because there were two opportunities. There were two signing sessions, yes. So the first one we barely got there, and it closed the moment we got there. And for the second one, we didn't even try, because again, I had already had my moment. So like, I didn't want to take up anyone's space. Because the first one happened before the Q&A, and for the second one, again, I just didn't want to like steal anybody's chance to see him up close.
Very noble.
So then we just went around and check the artists' booths. We were talking about like the fanzine. The fanzine was also delivered to Ryukishi, but then I wanted to talk about something else related to the art community of the Spanish side of the Umineko community. Because apparently there was this whole thing for all possible fandoms you could think of, where they had like a bingo card. One of the booths was handing it. So let's say for Umineko it was booth number 1 actually. They were handing it, and then you could go around. It had a map with all the booths that had Umineko merch, and you could go there, they would stamp it, and they would have special merch only for the people who had that. I did not know of this, because I'm not... Okay, Mushroom is saying it's called Stamperali. So like a rally for stamps, I guess. I did not know of this. This was my first experience with such a thing. And the way it happened is, okay, we got there. The first thing we wanted to do is to find the stage Ryukishi was gonna be on. And I found a butler with Ryo Shishigami from Rose Guns Day's hair, which I found to be a very exciting combination. It was probably their natural hair, but it fit Butler's outfit so well. And they were really nice, and they were telling me about this thing, and I was like, I have never seen this in my life. We basically made a pact so that if we saw each other again and either of us ended up actually figuring out where the main stage was, we would tell each other. So then we said, see you again, have a nice day. And I was going around, and I found this really incredible art that I will post now of Maria, and it's painted like a Victorian painting, like something you would see on a chapel ceiling. Like, look at this, it looks so sick. I love it. I bought it. All the details that I cannot talk about because Bubbles is next to me, but like the details, you guys know the details, right? Holy shit.
I'm looking at them details. I love those details.
As I was paying for this, I spot in the corner of my eye, through a corner between one print and another print, in the interstice between the two of those, I spot Dwanor. And I'm like, holy shit, you also have a Dwanor painting? This is where I understand the injustice in the world. That was one of the exclusive prints for the people who had the bingo card, which I did not. And I ended up not figuring out where this booth was in time, because the moment I actually realized where the bingo card was supposed to be, where you were supposed to go to get the bingo card, they no longer had bingo cards. So I could not get the Dwanner painting, man. What the fuck?
That's so sad.
Universal injustice.
It's fine. At least I got the Mario one, which is also very nice. This is where I get to tell you about all the merch I got. There's also this other Umineko painting. The moment I saw it, I was like, I had to do a double take, because I looked at it and then I looked away and then I was like, holy shit, wait a minute, that's Beato. Look at it. It's so good. This is also going on my wall.
This is a nice art style.
It is very nice. And if you look closely, on the left side, it says it says love Beatrice. So it's like from Beato to Maria, I have to imagine. And there's like such an autumnal vibe to the painting.
I'm trying to think what it reminds me. I think it just reminds me of like school books I would read, like, you know, they would teach you lessons, but it has a very specific authory kind of vibe that you would see in a children's book, but a particularly artsy one. It's beautiful.
I also have the images of the cosplayers. This is the first group.
Rocking it. Nice.
Then, oh my god, this Sakutaro cosplayer. This Sakutaro cosplayer gave us sweets. He gave us sweets.
Aw.
He was
Oh my
so
God.
sweet. I loved it.
Yeah, I accepted a sweet from a stranger. My mom is so proud.
This was Bubbles' first contact with Sakutaro. She doesn't know who Sakutaro
I
is.
thought that it was Doraemon. Actually, I was like, oh my god, Doraemon! Why are you so happy to see him?
Little did you know, Doraemon does appear in Umineko.
Okay.
This was not the only character whose first contact she had at Japan Week in Madrid. She also met Leon in the flesh. Few have such an honor.
Oh my goodness.
He seems like Beato, some relative to her.
That's such a stylish cosplay.
And like the cosplayer, like posing for the photo, you can see they were impersonating Leon. Like the hand on the chest, like, yes, I am Leon.
There is nothing that gets me more than when cosplayers like imitate the sprites of the characters they're dressed as.
Yeah. Oh my god, like Ryukishi imitating Satoko on that one Twitter post, we have to have it on screen. It's just so funny. The whole community thought of the same thing. Art imitates life. That's where the potato hands come from. Then we also met Kanon and Oishi. What a duo.
Aww.
I've never seen an Oishi cosplayer before.
Honestly, that does look like what Oshi would look like if there was like a Netflix adaptation.
True.
And actually, Kanon's not that far off either.
Oh, you know who I also met? Silksun!
Oh,
Yo!
that's a good one.
There were so many Hornet cosplayers. And, oh my god, you guys want to take guesses as to what the most cosplayed thing was?
Deadpool.
Okay, good guess. I only saw one Deadpool though.
That was the most dressed at like the only convention I've been to.
Lurf, what's your guess?
I got nothing.
If you want a hint, it's a character from a game. So a hint is like a character from a chapter of a game that was released like a month or two ago, maybe 3 months ago.
Oh shoot.
Obviously, it's TV.
Oh my
time!
god.
Oh my god, Tana!
Oh,
There were so many Tanas.
should have guessed.
So many.
Honestly,
So many fucking Tanas.
people jumped on Tana. Like, I think like Deltarune Chapter 3 and 4 was released like maybe like 2 weeks or so before like I went to AX with Mushroom, and there were already like a bunch of Tanas around. It was crazy.
There was even a Tana that was wearing an actual old TV, and it was like painted in purple, but it was an actual TV, and I was like, oh my god, this guy is really crafty.
There was one Tana, I'm not sure if it's the same one. We saw it the moment we got in. They had a voice modifier.
It wasn't him, but that was also very cool.
They were speaking in Tana voice. IRL.
That's badass.
Okay, back to the art. We also got these two unrelated things we plan on hanging around the house. They're so funny. One of them says, my anxiety is chronic, but my ass is iconic. And the other says, mess with the sapo, get a supapo, which basically means mess with the rabbit, get a slap. A frog, sorry. Rabbit is the onomatopoeia. Mess with the frog, get a
The
slap.
frog rabbit parallels does continue the Deltarune.
Oh my god, that must have been why actually. We also got this cute Kirby print.
I love the
Aw.
Kirby's. Well, one of my favorite things that I've gotten from a convention, because, like, I couldn't afford much, but I got a non-binary pin with Kirby holding a little knife on it. I like to say he's cooking, but he's obviously planning something sinister.
Like paying taxes.
Yes.
Okay, there was this one artist's booth that had paintings that like just filled me with creativity. I would look at them and just completely be absorbed into the painting. Like, I had to settle for only two because I was running out of money. So I chose two that kind of look like they complement each other. I have to imagine one it's what you see above water and the other is what you see below it. So it's Latios and Latias on what seems like a post-apocalyptic world where there's a plane crashed into the sea and then below it's just Lugia swimming through a coral reef.
Ooh.
And you can also spot debris underwater.
I like it.
And it has such vivid colors.
I just read the Emerald arc of the Pokemon Adventures manga, the Pokemon Special manga, and it was really nice. Lugia, sorry, not Lugia. The ones on the top, Latios and Latias. Latias like becomes like a human. She like disguises herself as like a maid.
Oh, yeah.
And obviously that's everyone's favorite character.
And then she kisses a 10-year-old. Yes, I remember
Oh,
that.
that's from the anime.
Excuse me. It's even worse than George and Shannon.
I guess.
I do have to say my ride is like right outside, so I gotta leave you guys.
Oh, damn, okay. Well, it was nice
Damn.
talking to you.
I guess I'll also say goodbye on behalf of Mushroom, who had to drop off partway through.
Bye then. It was nice chatting with you.
Bye bye. It was nice to meet you.
Goodbye, Pokey.
Before I go, I won't be able to say it, but like if you want to mention as an update to the axe situation, want to mention that Mushroom got word back from Ryukishi's manager.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
All right,
We'll get there.
We need to talk about that, yeah.
have a good one. It was such a great story, Dust.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
All right, nice to meet you, Bubbles. Bye.
Nice to meet you. Bye bye.
Alright, it's just us and you, Worf.
Damn right.
Remember the wolf and sheep puzzle?
I do remember the wolf and sheep puzzle. Now you're making me a little nervous.
It's fine. We're all wolves here.
True.
Anyway, we're getting close to the end of the merge. I got these stickers, which we plan to stick on our Switch 2 whenever we buy it.
Oh, hell yeah. Those are adorable.
They are, like, a lot of the prints I got have such vivid colors, and I have to believe it's not just the way they were drawn, but also the way they were printed. Because, like, you can see it. You can see it. The print itself is very high quality.
Oh yeah, like even in a picture I can see.
More cosplayers. Look at this. This was such a big coincidence because the Burn Castell cosplayer is the Eva Beato cosplayer in the back. I was looking at the Eva cosplayer photo when they showed up and they were like, yeah, that's me.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and then Angie had the funny book. You know which book it is?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, this was also Bubbles' first encounter with Angie. She was the one who was like, is that Angie? And I'm like, yes. Look at this Rena. There was also a lot of Renas.
Oh, that's a really good Rena.
We also met Lambda, who had a bucket of popcorn and other sweets.
As she should. Also an awesome Lambda. God damn.
And I believe that's it. Is that it? Do you remember anything else?
No, I think that's all.
Okay. So, about the thing Poki was talking about. Mushroom was messaged the other day by Ryukishi's manager, which is kind of a jump scare, not gonna lie. And basically, on Twitter, the manager was delivering a message from Ryukishi, basically thanking for the art that Mushroom gifted him on AX, right?
Yeah. Let me pull up the message so we can read what was said.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we've talked about this. Maybe our voices aren't properly conveying it, but we think this is super fucking cool and super sweet of Ryukishi to actually write personalized thank you message to everything people give him.
Yeah. Like, the Ryukishi's so sweet for that. I think, I don't know if Mushroom's mentioned on the podcast before, but there was like a zine a while back that like Ryukishi like went through and like wrote a personalized thank you message for each individual artist like in the zine, like commenting on like specifics about their drawing. It's super cool. But basically, Rikishi's manager reached out to give Mushroom like a message from Ryukishi, and Ryukishi said, "Hello, my name is Ryukishi07. Thank you for saying hello to me at Anime Expo. I apologize for delay in responding to you. Thank you so much for the postcard with the wonderful illustration of Beatrice. Beato in the present box, or is it a cat box? But the expression on Beato's face is peaceful and gives us a warm feeling of the world. Also, thank you for being born, and we sincerely appreciate your warm words. We will continue to do our best to respond to your feelings and thoughts. We hope you will continue to support us in the future." Which was so sweet and awesome. Mushroom like sent a little picture of like her now like framed autograph of Ryukishi with like a bunch of like Umineko stickers around it, and the manager said that he would pass it on to Ryukishi and thinks that he would be very happy.
We all freaked out when she told us that had happened. No one was expecting it. To have his manager scour the internet looking for who this Mushroomkin is, because I don't think she wrote the Twitter handle. She just signed as Mushroomkin.
Yeah, like it didn't like specify Twitter or anything as far as I can recall. Just like wrote Mushroomkin at the bottom.
Yeah, that's crazy. I hope
So like the fact they found her is awesome.
I hope the way Ryukishi, if he does, also write us a thank you message. I hope we publish this in time so that he can do it on a comment, but I'm not sure if that will happen because of the language barrier. It's English, so like
Yeah.
we shouldn't dream too high. But if it does happen, it would be rad.
I hope he actually thinks to open your letter and doesn't think it's like a decorative envelope.
Yes, it will be like 10 years from now. He's moving places, and for some reason the letter falls on top of a lamp, and he can see the outline, the shadow of what's inside the envelope. Also, actually, before leaving my place, I left the letter on top of my desk, and then I had to pick it up and leave it somewhere else, because like imagine the jump scare when she wakes up and she finds a Umineko envelope just nonchalantly placed on top of her desk.
I mean, I think that I would know it was your letter, but I mean, there is always the possibility
I mean, it could have been the witch.
that I would be like really sleepy and I would look at that. I was like, am I dreaming?
Is this the real life?
What is this doing here? Please don't kill me.
Alright, and that's it. I don't think we have any
Yeah.
more stories, do we?
Yeah, I think unless you guys have anything more about the convention.
I think that if someone of this stuff would hear this, I really want to say that aside from some little things, it was a really good organized event.
Yeah.
The staff was really kind and was really nice, and also it was a really clean place. The bathrooms were all pretty much clean. What from my experience of attending other events, they are always so dirty. Like the place is always so dirty, and then it was actually really clean. Even the place where the people was really clean. It wasn't hot. It was like I don't know. It was a nice temperature in there. So yeah, if someone is listening, I really would like to say thank you to the organization, because it was really well done. I really think that they thought about everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I
That's
agree.
awesome.
All right. And I think that's it. Do you have any finishing thoughts, Worth?
No, I mean, it just sounds like you guys had an awesome time. I'm really glad you were able to like meet all those like Umineko fans and get to shake Ryukishi's hand. It was just
Despite the fact that we were sleep deprived, it was really a really nice day. So I really enjoyed it.
We're not doing it again, but it was fun.
No, if we are going,
what if Ryukishi appears again?
if we are going to do that again, I'm going to buy a flight to there. I'm not going to take 7 hours in a bus to get to Madrid again.
That's fair. Hopefully next time he comes to Portugal.
Yes.
Anyway, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the episode, guys. Yeah, and we'll see you on the next one, which should be the anniversary episode.
All right.
Keep your eyes out for that.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.